Circle to get things started, and Aaron Kraft will start it for Scarlet and Gray, moving from left to right here at the Capitol Center at Capitol University. William Buford can't draw it on the first one, and here come the Matadors.
Tell you, you're going to see a team in the Matadors. Great bodies on them, good size at the four-man.
And Aaron Kraft doing what he does. A theft. David Lighty squeezes off a three that finds the bottom of the net.
Man, how many times did you call that? Kraft with the steal, Lighty down the court, Buford with the bucket.
Quite a few times.
Man.
Quite a few.
Like deja vu all over again.
Terrell Parks holds it head of the key for the Matadors, and here's John Roberson. Avila, who had a good start, and has a good start here.
That's pro. That's pro right there. Avila averaged 17 after transferring Navy to Colorado State. That kid's pro. He shoots it. He's got good size, knows how to play. Open shots he's going to make.
Had a dozen yesterday. Jared Sullinger on the drive, running shot. But Dallas Lauderdale there to clean up the trash.
Now you'll take that. You'll take Sullinger out on the perimeter all day long if you're the Matadors. I like it. Hey.
That looked like it needed shoulder pads and a helmet.
Big life, big stage, Big Ten, baby.
Troran Brown with a foul on David Lighty.
I like it. Matadors are trying to do their pushing and talking early.
And that talking is going to result in a little brief discussion from the officials to calm things down a bit.
Yeah, there's no reason to it's too early for that. No need a warning.
Game even at 3 as Lauderdale collects the inbound. Kraft guarded closely. Here's Lighty on the drive. Here's Buford in the corner. Sullinger, who hit some from there yesterday. Oh, we get a foul. Brown shoved away to get the rebound.
Well, that was a smart move by Brown because Lauderdale was getting ready to grab it and dunk. Lauderdale now 2 offensive rebounds, 1 for the board, 1 for the foul. Pretty effective. I think he looks better than I've ever seen him look.
Dallas Lauderdale?
Yep.
He sure does.
Yeah, he does. Looks great.
Kraft gets his pocket picked.
Come on, go back, let's go!
Underneath Avila, backs it in off the window.
Boy, that's a pro move. Run the floor. Roberson took his time, got it to the next, who got it to Avila. Kraft did a good job, but man, that's a difference. I'm telling you, pros take their time. They don't get rushed. Young guys go too fast.
Move it.
Coaches will be mic'd up today. You can hear Scooney Penn barking out instructions. The Scarlet and Gray sideline.
High pick and roll!
Danny Young for the Matadors still working the bench. Sullinger has it poked away.
Hey, on the shot clock.
I'm telling you.
Hey, 8 seconds on the
Terrell
shot clock.
is a tough kid. He's not going to
Look at
back
the shot
down.
clock, 8.
He will not back down from Sullinger.
Hey, Sully, stay right there down, for Kraft.
He's as
Right
big
to
as
the post.
Sullinger.
Stay down.
Parks, tough kid.
Kraft with the shot clock winding down. Can't get it to fall. Avila. The rebound for the Matadors, who had the lead. Carl Cochran.
Make him throw it to him.
Cochran on the wing to Roberson.
Come on, down, shoot it down.
Kraft closes out on him. Avila another 3, and he hits it again from straight on top.
Stretch four-man. This is a team that plays in these tournaments perfectly. Point guard that handles it is unselfish and Roberson. Four-man and a big guy that can go get plays underneath.
Cochran with the steal and the layup. And Scooney Penn, as you can hear, he wants the timeout as the Scarlet and Gray have fallen behind the Matadors 10-3 early in the first quarter.
Excuse me. There's been a lot of Aaron Kraft problems. 2 turnovers lead to buckets. Very un-Aaron Kraft-like. You see right here, jumping the pass lane. Cochran, look, this is Southern League Player of the Year at Wofford. Kid can play. Everybody can play. You and I can play. What's Aaron Kraft doing?
Really?
Whatever your mountain is, conquer it with the new 2019 Sorento with available fully active all-wheel drive.
Just gotta make it what you want.
They've given them a 10-3 lead over Scarlet and Gray. There's Scooney Penn and Evan Turner, the coaches for Scarlet and Gray, who yesterday made quick work out of the West Virginia Wildcats.
Go for handoff, pick and roll.
Aaron Kraft to the glass. Sullinger from the deep corner buried.
Had a great pass, great knockdown by Sullinger because it drew Davis. But I'm telling you, if you're the Matadors, you'll take Sullinger playing out on the perimeter all day long.
Working with the ball now, Quincy Diggs. Here's Avila, who's hit a couple from straight on top. Diggs from straight on top. There's Sullinger on the bound. 10-6 Matadors. 5.5 to play first quarter. Sullinger bumping and barging. Buford on the wing, buries it.
Buford on the wing, buries it by Paul Keels. What did he score? 1,700 points, one of the all-time leading scorers.
Tied with Jerry Lucas. What's that tell you?
Tells me he's pretty good.
Avila in the corner. He is on fire.
Generally, nobody makes 3 threes in a row, except in practice. Avila's just hit 3 threes in a row, 2 from the top, and it's all because of penetration, drawing Sullinger and kicking.
Kraft on the wing. Falls.
Kind of funny, Kraft thought he missed that. He ran right after, he got a nice bounce. It's a high-level game. He's going to get another one.
Cochran with the ball fake. On the drive, and the score.
Spread the floor, use a shot fake, kick it to the next, go to the rim.
Well, this home court Scarlet and Gray team finding themselves pressed early.
Gotta stay.
You hear Danny Young now shouting defensive instructions to the Matadors. Lighty on Diggs. Into the paint, Lighty, fade away from the line. And Roberson collects it for the Matadors, leading 15-11. Roberson with Kraft all over him.
He got it by himself.
Parks to the paint. Dallas Lauderdale. Rejection, but Parks back with it. Avila feels Lauderdale.
And Lauderdale's a little bit banged up, but he has been huge in this game, both ends.
Right here, Quincy.
Buford pulls up. And Avila with the outlet. As Diggs will push it up for the Matadors, who lead in a foul. Sullinger and Lighty closed in on Quincy Diggs driving the lane.
Quincy Diggs, offensive player. Helped Akron get to the NCAA tournament, playing for a coach, Keith Dambrot, one of the great coaches in college basketball that maybe nobody knows. Tell you what, we got a game here, Paul. Ohio State's come out to play.
Absolutely. 15-11 Matadors.
Matadors come to compete.
The Infiniti QX50's revolutionary VC turbo engine has the power of a V6 and the efficiency of a 4-cylinder.
How did Germany not do that first?
Well, if you can't beat them, start your own legacy at the Infiniti Summer Sales Event.
DirecTV gives you more for your thing. If you've been waiting for a sign to quit cable, then here's some signs.
It came from the toaster.
Now you can quit cable.
Switch to DirecTV and now get a $100 reward card. More for your quitting cable thing. That's our thing. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
J.J. Avila with a good start for the Matadors, Dan.
Well, it's Ohio State 11, Scarlet and Gray 11, J.J. Avila 11. He has really stepped up his game. And you know what he's done? He's got himself in great position. Like ball screens, J.J. Sullinger has helped. The next thing you know, Avila stepped back a little bit. Look, again, Sullinger kind of standing there, and Avila's gotten himself set up. And this is a kid that averaged 17 at Colorado State. This is a kid that's been playing professional basketball the last 4 or 5 years. He's not going to be intimidated by anybody.
4 for 5 shooting, yeah. 3 for 3 from long range.
Yeah, he's, tell you what, man. He, Rookie of the Year in the Patriot League with Navy. played in Belgium, which is a really good league. I had a player named Lenny Matella play there all the time, and really, really good league. In Summer League, Bulls, Knicks, J.J. Avila, you can guard him.
Our next WNBA game of the week is Tuesday, and it's a matchup between teams that begin with L but are looking for a W. It's the Liberty and the Lynx at Target Center in Minneapolis. 8 Eastern, 7 Central on ESPN2 and streaming live on the ESPN app. 16-11 Matadors ahead of Scarlet and Gray.
Got it.
Sullinger gets it from Kraft down on the block. Foul called as Sullinger wedged himself between Avila and Copeland.
Smart by Scooney Penn out of the timeout. They went to Sullinger. Reason it was smart, Terrell Davis is out of the game. He has a big time matchup. Sullinger does against Coakley, I think Coakley's really good. UAB player of the year, that kind of stuff. Rookie of the, or 6th man of the year. A good move by Scooney Penn, getting Sullinger a couple free throws.
And for those who are new to watching the basketball tournament, here's some of the rules overviews. You see some of the differences. It's a combination of NCAA, NBA, and FIFA rules. The Elam ending is implemented at the first dead ball after the 4-minute mark of the 4th quarter. We'll talk about that as the game develops. And it is still 16-11 Matadors. But the Elam ending, 7 points are put on the leading team's score, and the first team to get to the target score wins the game. The Matadors. Quincy Diggs feeds, and there's a driving layup that will fall for the Matadors and Copeland.
Well, Copeland made a great move, and without Lauderdale in there, no one to block shots, no one to rim protect. Went straight at Sullinger.
Stay down.
David Lighty to the hole in the scoreboard.
All right, Lighty scored, but really there was no help from Aaron Kraft's man. Diggs kind of stayed outside. You got to go double Lighty. Lighty just bogarted there. Good move.
18-13 Matadors, the lead of the ball. 2.5 to play first quarter. Chris Coakley from UAB.
Remember, you guys can always
underneath feet Quincy Diggs. Leon Rogers guarding Diggs in the corner. Coakley no good on the shot, and Sullinger leads the break, rumbling down court. 3-point threat, Diebler. Kraft in the corner, slides the baseline. Rogers off a good performance yesterday, drops a 3 in.
Leon Rogers played in the MAC in the early 2000s. He played for Northern Illinois and came into the league, was Rookie of the Year, and just scores. Just can score.
And Roberson scores on the running shot.
Now, he's a little too old to guard. I mean,
is that an age thing?
Well, it is. I mean, the ball, he's too veteran to guard. How about that?
Okay, there you go.
I mean, he gave up 2, but he scored 3, so he's up 1.
Had 11 yesterday, Rogers.
He's a good player, always has been.
Diebler misses off the flange, offensive rebound, Rogers. Leon Rogers from right here in Columbus. Feeds Kraft.
They got to get to Sullinger. Sullinger was working on Coakley down the block. He's going to get another foul here.
Turnaround. Giggles in and out, and Avila the rebound. Batted away by Kraft. The Matadors with the ball in a 4-point lead.
Now, this is the guy coming in the game that I think is going to turn the game around. Right here, Taylor Battle. Taylor Battle coming in for Kraft yesterday. Had a big first half. Second half they cruised. 2009 all Big Ten for Penn State. I'm telling you, the run will be made right now if it's going to happen, because Taylor Battle comes in the game, knocks in some shots, makes some plays.
Had 16 yesterday against the West Virginia Wildcats. John Roberson for the Matadors. And a foul, Diebler with a little bit of the hip check on Carl Cochran.
You know, it's interesting. Veteran guys also shot fake. They keep their butt down, show the ball high. You know, so many high school and college kids get in such a rush. Pros, they take their time, show the ball, and let the defense react. There's a shot fake there.
And a steal. David Lighty, who then gave it right back.
It's like those linemen that go to catch a fumble and they kick it out ahead of them.
Matadors the ball in the lead, 20-16.
Gotta look at Avila here. There you go.
And Avila fading away, finds the range.
Yeah, he got a good switch on Lighty. Lighty good defender, but he fell in behind Avila, and Avila too much skill.
22-16 Matadors. Leon Rogers starting it for Scarlet and Gray.
Give it to him.
Sullinger on Avila. Bumps into the lane. rolls down for Jared Sullinger.
Well, it's hard to help. I mean, you've got Diebler out there who can shoot it. Rogers out there who can shoot it. You've got Lighty and you've got
block Lighty out. He's going to rebound. No, it's too close.
Roberson, floater, draws nothing. And the quarter will come to an end. With the Matadors leading Scarlet and Gray 22-18. There is an upset brewing in Brooklyn. We'll get you updated on that.
The all-new Ram 1500, delivering 2,300 pounds of max payload and 12,750 pounds of towing. It's the most capable Ram 1500 ever, and why more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Is this AT&T Innovations? Yeah, wow. This must be for one of our new unlimited wireless plans. Comes with a ton of entertainment options. Great. Can you sign for this? Yeah. Hey, what's in that one? That's a shark.
New and only with AT&T, you can get unlimited data, 30+ channels of live TV, and your choice of things like HBO or Pandora Premium. More for your thing. That's our thing. Visit att.com.
In Columbus, we'll move to the Northeast Regional in Brooklyn, New York, where they have started the fourth quarter, and the 15-seed Talladega Knights leading the 7-seed Team Arkansas 69-55. Talladega Knights with a big upset yesterday. Franz Massenat and Sammy Gibbons pacing the way for something exciting that could be happening in the Big Apple, Dan.
Well, remember, the field mouse is fast, but the owl sees at night. I don't know what that means, but it's a quote from Talladega Nights. Look, Talladega Nights, you see right there, a lot of patience, bad shot, but they drill it, or Team Arkansas drills, excuse me. But Talladega Nights has been a team that has been patient. They move the ball. They're a lot like this team here, the Matadors. They're a team. They're not a collection of guys. They played together. You mentioned Drexel. They spread the floor. They cut. They move. They do all the things that teams do.
That is occurring live on ESPN3 in Brooklyn. Talladega Knights, who knocked off HBC Sicklerville as well as Queens, with a lead up double figures on Team Arkansas. Here in Columbus, it's the Matadors, based out of Texas Tech, leading Scarlet and Gray 22-18.
Man, J.J. Sullinger, Jared's brother, was mad at me just now on Twitter because I said J.J. didn't help from the wing or been getting lost on defense.
Chris Coakley hits from the line for the Matadors.
I thought I said J.J. I meant Jared. J.J. could guard. Jared, not so much.
J.J. could elevate, too.
Yeah, he could.
Taylor Battle.
Broke my heart. He went to Arkansas. I thought I had him coming to BG. There it is. I'm telling you, Taylor Battle's going to get shots.
Off the front, misses. Diebler slides the baseline. A running shot, no good, but there's Dallas Lauderdale with a putback.
He's been effective. Absolute first stat that he has, other than a block shot. First shot he's taken, but he has influenced both ends. Defensively, blocking shots, solidifying the inside. Offensively, getting things on the backboard.
Miss on the shot. And Scarlet and Gray comes up with it. Well, Jared Sullinger had left the bench for Scarlet and Gray, but has come back. Taylor Battle to Buford, open on the top. In and out, but a foul underneath, and Dallas Lauderdale got caught. Well, no, forgive me. It looks like they whistled that on the Matador.
Yeah, it was Terrell Davis. Park, excuse me. He just shoved Lauderdale out of the way. Again, I'm telling you, just having a guy that's willing, big, strong, and stay around the bucket is huge. Lauderdale's been that guy.
Scarlet and Gray with the ball down 4. Early second quarter. Taylor Battle. Buford from the point.
Oh, that's so good. He just happened to miss the shot. That was good action. Buford read the screen, pops. Diebler was coming off the other side. That was great coaching right there out of the timeout.
Scarlet and Gray a little cold from behind a three-point line.
I feel good about it, though. They're getting good shots.
Cochran on the drive. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go to Scarlet and Gray. Jen, what can you tell us about Jared Sullinger?
Well, thankfully, guys, Jared Sullinger is just fine. He walked back to the locker room on his own power. Didn't look to be in much discomfort. He was back there only a few moments. He got poked in the eye, and he wanted the athletic trainer to check his contact, make sure his eye wasn't scratched and the contact was properly adjusted. He's feeling fine now, and you can expect to see him back on the court shortly.
Buford to Lauderdale, and they can't quite get it lined up. Here come the Matadors with a 4-point lead.
Are you ready, Luke?
Man-to-man defense. Roberson to the point. Finds the bottom.
They were forcing him down, meaning they were not letting the ball screen. He'd come off the ball screen into the middle. So he went down and got the shot off before Lauderdale could get up on the screen to block. Great play by Roberson.
And quite a groove going for the number 9 seed Matadors here, leading 27-20. Behind the Lauderdale screen, Battle has it ring in and out. And Cochran pushing for the Matadors, flings and finds it.
Cochran got low, got inside the three-point line, made Battle back up. Scooney Penn gonna get a timeout. He needs one.
He certainly does. A 9-point lead for the Matadors over Scarlet and Gray with 6:24 to play. Second quarter here in Columbus.
There has seriously never been a better time to try our Sprint network.
Because now we have our new Unlimited Plus plan. It has Hulu and all the TV and movies you love, Tidal music streaming, 15 gigabytes mobile hotspot in full HD.
We need to shout this deal from the rooftops.
Yeah. Best deal ever.
And it's all on the network built for unlimited.
The new Unlimited Plus plan. And for a limited time, get a Samsung Galaxy S9 lease for just $9 a month.
Best deal ever.
We are bold.
29-20, Matadors ahead of Scarlet and Gray here at the Capitol Center in Columbus. Scooney Penn, coach of Scarlet and Gray, trying to get his team to ratchet up some pressure here.
Yeah, he wants to pick up full court, and he wants to throw the ball into Sullinger. And it's exactly what they should do. Sullinger is a good passer. They can get it out of there. They can go get a three-point play. They can slow this whole thing down a little bit by throwing it inside.
Taylor Battle will get it started on the right side of the floor.
For Diebler.
And Diebler feeds Battle. They're looking inside, but Sullinger being denied by Parks. Lighty from the line. Leans, throws. Sullinger to follow. Gets the foul call.
That's what I was saying earlier. Parks did a great job defensively there and then forced a shot from Buford, which is not the shot that they wanted. But, man, Sullinger plants inside. You've got to finish it with a block off and not able to do it.
5 points today for Jared Sullinger. So Sullinger drops one in the bucket, trying to get his team to come from behind. Sunday night baseball tonight. Our weekly Sunday night game presented by Taco Bell. The Subway Series finale between the Mets and the Yankees. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern on ESPN with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown, and it's also streaming live on the ESPN app.
I think you're going to see a lot of Sullinger these last 6 minutes at the free throw line or around the basket. I can't imagine he wants to be outside shooting threes. Now, on this end, I think you're going to see Sullinger be involved defensively, setting ball screens with his man.
John Roberson, loses a handle, but keeps it alive for Troy and Brown. 9 on the shot clock. Brown with a finger roll.
Taylor Battle just got whipped. You want to force the ball to the ball screen.
For who? For John? We're going to take John for pitching?
Yeah, Taylor Battle can say whatever he wants, but Taylor Battle's wrong. Scooney Penn is right. You can't jump to a side. You can do this.
And he gets fouled, driving to the basket, Taylor Battle.
Scooney Penn's right. Taylor Battle can argue with him all he wants, but he jumped to the high side, gave a lane to the basket. That's the last thing you want to do. Watch this here. All right. Now, he's going to jump right there, outside, and there's already a defender there. Sullinger was already there, and that's what Penn is trying to tell Battle. Battle has never been a defensive stalwart, but he is a very handsome man, and he can score.
Jen.
Well, guys, it might be a little odd to see Taylor Battle's name on this roster since he is a Penn State alum, not an Ohio State guy. But Scooney Penn made the final call, and he decided they needed Battle for depth. You might remember last year Aaron Kraft got into some foul trouble, and that negatively affected this Ohio State team. And the good thing is Battle is very familiar with these guys. He's best friends, grew up in Chicago with Evan Turner, the assistant coach next to Scooney, also a member of the Portland Trail Blazers. So Evan has brought him around many times to play with these guys. We'll see how he works on the court if he really does give them some depth.
Underneath, Parks gets the feed. Now out of the corner. And a forced shot thrown up and missed by Stevenson. Sullinger will lead the break for Scarlet and Gray. Diebler on the wing. Trying to get things started from three-point range, but the Scarlet and Gray are going to keep the basketball.
It's funny, everybody in the stands goes when Diebler misses because they all anticipate him knocking in every shot.
The all-time leading three-point shooter, not only in the history at Ohio State, but in the Big Ten. And he set that record on a night in which he hit 10 three-pointers at Penn State.
Got to go try to duck and force a foul. They're going to jump and it's a foul.
I wonder if Taylor Battle was guarding him.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
10 threes. How about that? There we go.
Sullinger. Now Lighten.
Rebound.
Buford keeps trying, can't get it, but look who's got it underneath. Sullinger. And he's got it again. And he'll go to the line again. And you could see Jared Sullinger right after that foul was called looking at the Bexley version of the nut house and trying to feed off of that.
Sully against the world right here. Battles two, fishes around, misses, battles three more. Finally gets the foul. I'm telling you, you're going to see a steady diet. It is so to the Matador's advantage if he is outside the lane, because he inside the lane, there is no answer.
Well, and he gets those C-clamp hands going with rebounds.
He's got a big rear end and a big set of mitts, and he uses them both really, really well.
And it's not in a positive way. Everybody got something to say.
And as his free throw falls, you can hear Scooney Penn trying to keep things going with the right attitude on the bench over there.
Well, it's amazing what happens when you start losing. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody's, we're all team when we're winning, but hey, can't let things fall apart. He did a good job there.
An outstanding two-year career at Ohio State, Scooney Penn, after 2 years at Boston College. Sullinger now with 9 points today. For the Matadors, leading 31-26. Matadors had a 10-zip run that gave them the pace. Chris Coakley. Now Quincy Diggs finds Avila, who got off to a hot start. Coakley. Put back Brown, no good, but he draws the foul.
They are absolutely using Sullinger without Lauderdale in out on the perimeter. Coakley got a good look, and then Taylor Battle, as you heard Scooney Penn say, you got to block out.
But we would get the
block
switch
out
with Sullinger.
Troran Brown.
Did you find out about the Elam rule?
From Montebello College, and previous to that at South Mountain Community College.
Well, Peach Conference Player of the Year, a kid that can score the basketball.
85% foul shooter.
Averaged 19 a game at Montebello. There's Danny Young, the coach. Brown yesterday, 13 points for the Matadors in their victory over Bearcat Jam.
Danny Young coached at Montebello. He's the coach at Montebello and coached him. 85% foul shooter. You hear him saying it. Telling you, that's why coaches drink. This is a
Diebler open.
Hear that crowd?
Yes. It's like somebody just stole their car keys.
Build a wall. Build a wall.
Stevenson feeds it just outside the lane, but Coakley gets hacked. And we'll get a timeout taken here. 3:45 left in the second quarter from Columbus at the basketball tournament. The Matadors ahead of Scarlet and Gray, 31-26.
How's he getting all the parts?
The client loves him.
But anyone can say, get 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 a month, plus up to 4 free LG Fortunes when you switch.
But he's got that hair.
I am hair!
Come here, little buddy. Smile. You're on Cricket.
I have to tell you something incredible. Capital One has partnered with Hotels.com to give venture cardholders 10 miles on every dollar they spend at thousands of hotels. All you have to do is pay with this at Hotels.com/venture.
10 miles per dollar? That is incredible. I have the chills.
Because you're so excited.
Because ice is cold. And because of all those miles.
Obviously. What's in your wallet?
Sunday on ESPN and ESPN Deportes at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. We'll have another International Champions Cup match between Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund, led by U.S. soccer star Christian Pulisic. The 6th annual International Champions Cup is presented by Heineken and is available streaming live on the ESPN app. And in TBT, fans of the winning team get a 10% share of the winnings team's $2 million prize. So, if you think you know who's going to win the TBT this year, go to thetournament.com. Register as a fan, support the team you think is going to win, and start earning points. The current top fan for Matadors is Keena K, while the top fan for Scarlet and Gray is Roy M. If their team goes on to win TBT this year, they would win $40,000.
Yeah, Liverpool game. You think Salah and Maine sitting out is going to hurt them?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Were you speaking to me?
Yeah, I don't know. They're on their American tour. I don't know if they can overcome that. That'll be hard early. It's a rivalry game. And see how it goes.
31-26.
That way you can take him and not foul.
You never cease to amaze. You know that, don't you? And that's what you shoot for.
That's all they want is to make you laugh.
Matadors the lead in the ball. Diebler almost forced a turnover. He came up to play Troy and Brown, but the Matadors will recycle it.
Just go flat on Diebler on Turan, just let him go by him.
Brown ahead of the key on Diebler. Roberson to Diggs. Shot clock under 10. And a foul away from the ball. It looks like it could be William Buford.
That's bad foul. They in pretty good shape. Diggs against Lighty wasn't a bad matchup for Ohio State. The ball was out on the perimeter. That's a bad foul.
You got tricked on that one.
Yes. That sums it up, doesn't it? Shot clock was reset to 20. John Roberson in a double. And Kraft knocks it out of his hand. Shot clock at 12. They referred to him as the Man of Steel, S-T-E-A-L, when he played at Ohio State. Aaron Kraft.
Nobody got over a ball screen. You see him there get over a ball screen? Nobody gets over a ball screen better than Aaron Kraft. Foul call, but man, that's pretty good by Aaron Kraft.
Well, Aaron Kraft's had a busy week, so Jen Hale tells us, right, Jen?
Indeed, he has, guys. He took the MCAT earlier this week, if that's, you know, anything impressive. Once his basketball career is done, he plans to be a doctor, quite possibly an orthopedic surgeon. It's a dream he's had his whole life. He was valedictorian of his high school class, Liberty Benton near Findlay. Bachelor of Science from Ohio State. Now, he is scheduled to play in Montenegro. He is signed through next season, but he has some decisions to make, so we'll see what his future holds. Either way, it looks pretty bright.
Bright-looking drive for Ohio State as David Lighty took off down court, but the Scarlet and Gray will keep it up front. Academic All-American Aaron Kraft, pretty good quarterback at Liberty Benton High School too, so they tell us.
People forget, you know, he committed to Tennessee, and then there was an issue there, and he ends up at Ohio State. I tell you what, I got a lot of friends. 2 of them are doctors, and I always tell them, you might be a doctor, but you're not going to be my doctor. Aaron Kraft could be my doctor. I think he would be, whatever he wants to do, he's going to be great. Don't you have friends like that? You're like, hey, you might be a doctor, but you're not going to be my doctor.
So John Diebler at the free throw line, and that's even more of a rarity than missing 3-point shots.
What? Hey, how are we supposed to get around that screen right there?
You hear Danny Young talking.
Can you tell me that?
The coach of the
How are we supposed to get around the screen if he's shoving a guy into the screen and then running off of it?
Scarlet and Gray trailing, but they're inching closer.
And we'll get a steal right here.
27 and almost got one from Buford.
Their hands off of it.
Quincy Diggs will advance it. Under 3 to play, second quarter. Here at Capital University in Columbus.
Be smart, be smart. Be smart, hit the switch.
Yeah, the whole defense is ratcheted up now. We saw it yesterday.
Diggs on the drive. Lighty got a piece of that one. Sullinger outlets Diebler. Lost the handle, but saves the possession. Lighty lays it in and gets the foul. David Lighty. You can't tell these guys have played together before, can you?
It all started with the defense, and then the hustle. Diebler lost it, but Lighty just out-sprinted everybody. Look at this crowd. Awesome.
And remember, it started because Lighty blocked that shot on the other end. Three-point play opportunity coming up. David Lighty will go to the line. Scarlet and Gray behind 31-29, but a play that certainly seems to change the momentum.
It did.
Hey, listen, we're doing it down here. You keep doing what you're doing. It's all down here. It's good. It's going to be terrible for them, too, so keep pressing. They're going to lose that shit. Keep it up to deep. Let's get out and go.
Down
let's get out and go. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Get out and go. Let's go.
And Ohio State knows as much has been made of my undying devotion to Aaron Craft.
Love child.
Yes. And Aaron Craft set that up by not letting Roberson get the ball back. And then Diggs had to go on a matchup that is not a good matchup for the Matadors, which is against David Lighty. Lighty blocked and hustled three-point play, but it was set up by Kraft, absolutely not allowing the ball to get back in Roberson's hands.
An outlet by Sullinger, and as Diebler lost the handle, he went back after it to keep it alive. Three-point play, David Lighty, who's got 8, and the Scarlet and Gray down a point to the Matadors. John Roberson, Aaron Craft. Coakley jab stepping. Foul.
But that's the matchup.
They don't run that. They don't run it right.
That's the matchup. Yeah. Coach Young, they're not running it right. They're not, but they got the matchup they wanted, which is the quicker Coakley going up against Sullinger out on the perimeter.
Coakley 10 points yesterday.
I don't know how you can guard Diebler if they're going to let him just shove you into the guy and then run off the screen. Then Trent Fowler, he shoved him into the screen and then they call foul. That's what he tried to do, but he shoved him into the screen. Then they called a foul when he ran off the screen. Yeah.
Assistant coach told him to flop. They'll get a call if they flop on that because Coach Young here has put it in the brains of the officials to watch that. Now Diebler coming off the screen, but as he sets up the cut, he shoves off.
You have to watch 33 shoving us into the screen.
There you go.
3-point lead for the Matadors as Coakley bagged both free throws. Buford at the line.
What a rebound. Whoa.
Big time rebound by Carl Cochran.
What's he, 5'11", 6 feet?
Aggressive drive, backhand layup, no.
Watch out! Watch out!
Watch out over here.
Hello, big fella.
Kraft to the hoop. And that's how he killed teams collegiately on offense.
Just stays lower, stronger with the ball, which makes him quicker. Not the quickest guy, not the slowest guy. Just goes harder most.
Coakley left alone.
That's what they want. They want to put Coakley, or they want to put Sullinger's man at the top of the key.
Oh, Kraft had it almost set up for a layup to Buford, but he drew the foul. Feel it changing here?
Big time. What a testament to Ohio State basketball. That here we are on a Sunday, middle of July. You have a packed gym to see a bunch of guys that haven't been at Ohio State for a few years. You know, people talk about this as a football city or state, and it is, no question, football school. But don't undersell the basketball program here at Ohio State and the love these fans have for their basketball players, whether they're current or their alumnus. And the love for you.
Who?
Man, they like you.
I don't know who you've been talking to. Kraft bags both of them. And the Scarlet and Gray have come from behind to take a 1-point lead over the Matadors. A little more than a minute to play till half. John Roberson pops and finds it.
Hey, that was almost like Kobe. He put his head down, got to a certain spot, and was going to shoot it no matter what.
That's a blind pick right
Kraft in traffic. On the floor, Roberson on the run.
Might pull up here.
Diggs gets hacked under the board.
Really good decision, not just jacking up a three and going right in at Sullivan.
He was dead. That's a bad call. That's bullshit.
Second foul on Jared Sullivan.
I don't think Scooty Penn liked that call.
What clued you in?
He was stuck, man. Hey, what, man?
So Quincy Diggs will go to the line.
The same thing. You the call about there. Same thing. You guys have been the foul line 100 times. Hey, ref, that doesn't want a warning, does it? Ref, I said A to him. That didn't a warning. For what? I didn't say nothing crazy to him, though. What? John. Huh? John. I get it, but I didn't say nothing crazy to get a warning, though, ref. Okay.
Want to bet there's a call down here? If they go inside, if they don't just shoot a shot. I'll bet you anything you want.
37-34. Matadors. Lighty on the drive. Diebler with a save.
Shot. Good refereeing. No call there, truthfully. There will be one, though.
Sullinger with 20 seconds left of their half. Buford snaps it off. Sullinger battled for the rebound, and we're going to get...
Hey, easy. Get the coaches out of there.
Sullinger and Danny Young. Now J.J. Avila stepping in to keep Sullinger away from the coach. Things got close over there by the Matadors bench.
No frustration. Should be nothing. Everybody should just go along.
Quincy Diggs. That seemed to have, although Sullinger got up with a pretty strong shoulder, but Diggs with a strong shove in the face.
Diggs just needed to get out of there. There's no reason to do any of that. You just get out of there and you play on. I mean, a guy got knocked down. There's no reason for Diggs to be up over Sullinger and then elbow him in the face. There's none. Zero.
So now, much as in college basketball, the officials can go take a look at video to determine if anything needs to be administered here.
Look, Sullinger's on the ground. He tries to get up. Diggs is standing over him. This is silly. All right now, okay. Now get down the court. Don't stand over him and yell and then get mad when he gets up.
Would you constitute that as a punch?
I would. Look, you're yelling at him right here, Diggs is. And then you're standing over. I don't know if that's a punch or not. It's kind of a shove, but still, I would give him a technical.
Would you go the flagrant one?
Yeah, I think I kind of would. Now, I think Sully slammed his head back, but I don't think it was a fake. I think he just wanted to get his head out of the way.
But he put his head and put him like that.
Well, we had an incident Friday night in Brooklyn.
They took him out
where there were some ejections. The difference here at TBT, the tournament can make the determination if an ejection should carry forward to the next game.
Good. We just got to go flat for John right here.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, with the high ball screen.
Danny Young coaching the Matadors.
Maybe want to clear the right side.
And let's give it up to the TBT staffers wearing the orange shirts here today. Folks got right out there to try and keep people away from one another.
Whoever it is, run up. JJ, you set it. JJ come up, run out. And then whatever side John goes, pop to the other side, take a wrap ball out.
So there's Quincy Diggs, who was in the middle of it with Jared Sullinger, as the play went dead right in front of the Matadors bench.
Yeah,
you know, Diggs, watch Diggs here. It's going to go out of bounds. And Diggs going to stand over Sullinger right here, number 13. Look at it. Now, don't get, if you're going to stand over somebody, don't get all mad when they get up. And then point it, guys.
All right, now the officials giving an explanation to what we've got here.
Listen, he went into him, he retaliates. That's what we got.
You can't, they both got to go. 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 They both got to go.
Well, they're going to give Diggs the boot, flagrant 2.
You're out of game.
And then they're going to give Sullinger a technical for going up into him. I actually had to ask the official, what's Sullinger doing? And I don't care who wins the game. It just seems to me that Sullinger was just getting up.
So Quincy Diggs, a flagrant 2.
Yeah, he's going to be ejected.
Sullinger, all right, for the reaction of the play. And then we got a dead ball flagrant for 13 coming in, throwing the blow. He's gone. Okay. All right, and then it's going to be your ball.
That's a huge play.
Come here.
So Quincy Diggs leads.
I'll give you a check.
Yeah, you're playing for $2 million. You're playing to beat a team that's one of the favorites, puts you in the top 4 category in this tournament. You make a mistake like that, that's just dumb. That's not competitive, that's just dumb.
Now, if we heard it correctly, Jared Sullinger was given the dead ball foul for the play in front of the bench, and if not mistaken, Dan, that would mean he's got 3. But Sullinger remains in the game. He got a technical foul.
Yes.
You got to explain to me why Sullinger's not gone.
He gets up and he turns. He runs into it. There's no place for him to go.
But he went right through it. You saw it, and I saw it. I was standing right there.
You're wrong. Coach is wrong. I mean, the kid.
Would you throw him out for that?
Yeah.
Well, Diebler knocks down the 2 free throws. So the Matador lead is a point.
Yeah, that's not the face.
That's good refereeing. Coach Young doesn't like it, and he shouldn't like it.
Now the technical on Sullinger will put John Roberson at the line.
And it's going to be Ohio State's ball.
So come on, man. Play ball, don't say shit, man. Come on, it's over. They lost one, we good.
10.7 remaining here in the second quarter.
White ball. White ball. Hey, high pick and pop.
So there's Scooney Penn trying to get everybody back on point for the Scarlet and Gray side.
Potential 5-point swing here. You think about it, it's going to be the Matadors' ball up 3.
Yes.
Now, I guarantee you, Ohio State's going to get a good look. Whether they make it or not, we'll see. But they're going to get a good look.
10.7 left until the half. Scarlet and Gray the ball. Matadors a 39-36 lead. Crack from the wing. Knocks it in. And the half will end as the Scarlet and Gray trail by 1. However, they seemingly have re-grabbed the momentum, trailing 39-38. Matadors on top. The Matadors also had lost Quincy Diggs due to a flagrant 2 technical foul. And we'll go out on the court. Jen with Danny Young.
Indeed, guys. Coach, we heard you asking the official why wasn't Jared Sullinger ejected as well. I take it you disagree with the call and think that that should have been the course of action.
I thought so, but, you know, they're officials and they make those decisions and they go to the monitor and we just have to live with what they decided.
What explanation did he give you?
That he ran into my guy and then my guy retaliated with a push to the chest.
Now you've got to figure out this second half without Quincy Diggs. How do you adjust?
Just going to have to go look at it and see what we got to do and try to fix it.
What do you attribute your lead to? Because you've really been in control most all of this game.
We've just been playing really well. I thought we've been playing very hard and trying to keep them spread out and attacking the goal like we talked about.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck second half.
Thank you.
Danny Young, the coach of the Matadors, who have a 39-38 lead over Scarlet and Gray, but the home team has grabbed some momentum here in Columbus. Second half about to start. Matadors 39, Scarlet and Gray 38. And as we get a chance to take a look at some of the highlights, it was J.J. Avila who got the Matadors off to a great start. His output got the Matadors to a 10-zip run.
Yeah, he was really good early. Didn't hear much from him late. A lot of it was against Jared Sullinger as they moved the four-man out on the perimeter. But he's going to have to be big. He's going to have to do what he did because the momentum is clearly in the side of the Ohio State University. You feel like Texas Tech should have had a bigger lead. Sullinger played well offensively, not so much defensively, and I think you're going to see a lot of this. I think you're going to see a lot of Sullinger on the block, a lot of Sullinger at the free throw line, a lot of Sullinger on the offensive glass.
Chen Hale with Scooney Penn.
Thanks, guys. Scooney, a chippy, emotional game. What was your message at halftime to your team about controlling emotions?
That we have to control our emotions. You know, I thought we battled back. We were down. You know, we got all that out of our system. You know, just play our basketball. You know, we're at home. You know, we know this team is a good team. They're playing us tough. And I think we got caught up in that a little bit too much.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Of course, that little scrap, Jen, thank you, sorry about that. That little scrap right before the half. Quincy Diggs, a flagrant 2 technical, and he's done for the day for the Matadors. Jared Sullinger, a technical, believe also a personal. We're trying to determine whether it's 2 or 3 fouls that Jared Sullinger owns. The scoreboard says 3. The stat sheet says 2. That could be a factor through all of this.
Now, that's going to be a big factor because what they have done, they being the Matadors, is make Sullinger play defense 2 different ways, on the ball and off the ball.
Sullinger starting it on the right point. Feeds Buford. Buford from right of the wing. And can't get it to fall.
Well, they've had good looks between Diebler and Buford. They've had great looks and haven't been able to make a whole lot. Buford 1 for 9 now. Diebler sitting here 0 for 4.
Terrell Parks finds the basket for the Matadors. Scarlet and Gray shot 32% in the first half, 30% from 3-point range.
I think I just heard Scooney Penn say that Sullinger has 3 fouls.
Okay. Over 50% shooting in the first half of the Matadors is Sullinger for Scarlet and Gray. To Leidy driving, basket try unsuccessful. However, David Leidy will go to the line. And for those who were watching yesterday, we talked about the big 3-point play he had in the 07 NCAA tournament against Tennessee. Big one right here at the end of the half.
One of the winningest guys ever at Ohio State, maybe the winningest guy ever, and there's a reason, because he guards, he runs, he shoots, he scores. I'll never forget doing the Ohio State-Indiana game at Indiana, going to the shoot-around, and David Leidy, Buford, and Kraft all got to the gym, got to the court, and immediately started working out. And why that's rare is most times guys act like they're stretching or putting on their shoes. These dudes were just ready to ball, and I've always respected that. Among other things, I've respected that about those 3.
David Leidy got a 5th year because of a foot injury that sidelined him for a bit. But his free throw shooting here has closed the gap to 1.
I remember being at an AAU event when Thad Mott and John Gross got the commitment from Leidy and how excited they were, and they had every reason to be.
That recruiting class, Greg Oden, Mike Conley, Daquan Cook, David Leidy, Othello Hunter. Scarlet and Gray with the ball. Down a point. Sullinger gets it, scores it.
Sullinger did what he does, right? Down the court, we saw it yesterday, setting up shop on the block. Avila got above him, no good.
Underneath it goes to Coakley. And Sullinger rebounds his miss. 42-41 Scarlet and Gray. Buford. Now it's slowed with Kraft. Leidy probing. Finds his man Buford, snaps it off for 3. A double-double for Jared Sullinger, a 45-41 Scarlet and Gray lead.
We felt like they're getting good looks. It's just a matter of time. Buford starts making shots. Turned down one. Scooney Penn wanted him to shoot it. Got a better one.
Coakley throws it away to Leidy. Leidy waiting for teammates. Behind the back, Buford. And he misses it, but there's Lauderdale saving it.
Look at Lauderdale. They go back to him.
And he shanks it. 45-41 Scarlet and Gray. That would have brought the house down.
Yeah.
You can't throw one-hand passes on
Carl Cochran slips by the screen. And Kraft arguing the official closest to the play didn't call him.
I'm going to tell him about the one-hand pass.
You know, I always say when coaches, like, you hear Scooney Penn telling Daryl Lauderdale, you got to dunk it. You think Lauderdale knows that? No, I really was trying to miss.
Carl Cochran, you mentioned him earlier, from Wofford, the SoCon Freshman of the Year, his first year there. Couple of free throws for Cochran. Scarlet and Gray by a couple. Early 3rd quarter here in Columbus at Capital University.
Back down.
Rebounding is missed. Buford missing again, and here comes Gray for the Matadors.
Triple dribble.
At least. Quick 3 thrown up, no good. Sullinger, another rebound.
Boy, that was a big shot right there because Aaron Kraft made Cochran back cut. And if you're the Matadors, that would have been a big one to quiet this place up. And now you're going to have to deal with this.
Sullinger on the block against Avila. Finds it. 47-43, Scarlet and Gray. Trailed for most of the first half. John Roberson. Off Roberson, out of bounds. So Scooney Penn's now going to go to the bench.
There's a lot here. You know, you got to take away the lane. You got to take away the step back. That step back's pretty good. It actually pretty much plays, I guess, into the favorite of the Matadors, but he's pretty good with it. I think you're going to see it again right here against Avila.
With 3 fouls, you surprised he's still out there this long, Dan?
He gets 6, and you know what? He's a pro. He knows how to. He's not playing a whole lot of defense. So, nice cut.
Playing some good offense, though.
Really good offense, and he's been right where he needs to be. But the key in this half, Paul, has been, has been Leidy. That was a great cut by Leidy. They've used Leidy out on the perimeter. He's been terrific.
15 for Sullinger. 49-43, Scarlet and Gray. Roberson behind him. And knocking it down, Justin Gray.
Huge shot. They got the matchup they wanted. Roberson against Sullinger. Roberson went by him, drew the help. And you just, didn't you feel, Paul, that you had to get a bucket there if you were going to keep this around? Because it just feels like Ohio State's going to come after this and take it out.
First 3 points of the game for Justin Gray. A 3-year starter at Texas Tech. But here's what you talk about with Leidy and his distribution.
Yeah, he just made a great read off the cut. There's a matchup, and it drew a couple. You see Rogers came in, and not a bad move to come in off the corner because the kid hadn't made a shot, but he made that one.
Right there. You got to play the D, got to talk, got to move our feet. Got to get in front and take some charges.
You see what I'm saying on the curl? If we just chase with no head.
Well, if you're only chasing Diebler. Okay. The other guys, you can jump. It's only Diebler we're chasing. The rest of them we're not chasing.
See, that's in reaction to the cut that Leidy made off the screen in the middle of the lane. They chased that, so Leidy curled it, got the ball and dropped it off to Sullinger. What they want to do is chase Diebler off the three-point line and go under all of those screens and make Leidy craft that all pop back, not curl.
Well, some backcourt pressure now for the Matadors. That was Danny Young, the Matadors coach, talking about that defensive approach. Here's Diebler closed up on. Rogers sets him a screen. Sullinger for 3. Rogers the rebound.
Oh, great cut by Sullinger. I thought, there he goes. They got it to him.
And he gets the foul on the basket.
Who made the pass?
Leidy.
Yep. That's a great pass, too. Sullinger on the cut. I thought he was open. They missed him, but Leidy saw it and just threw it up. And you can throw it up in the air, as you well know better than anybody. And this guy will go get it.
Now there's those oven mitts you talked about.
Fly on an elephant's backside right there, Brown.
17 for Jared Sullinger, who'll try for one more at the line. The Scarlet and Gray now has a 51-46 lead.
That was a great catch, great finish. Better pass. That was a heck of a pass.
And how about the offensive rebound by Rogers to keep it alive?
Yep. But boy, is David Leidy fun to watch. You know, you forget about him. You think of all these other guys, but my goodness, does he help you win games.
Get affected offensively and defensively. Carl Cochran for the Matadors with a screen. Feeds the screener. Sullinger the block. Leidy the run out. Foul. There's your guy again.
Fun to watch.
Now, you know, Thad Bonner for the longest time used to campaign that they should put a statue of David Leidy outside the Value City Arena for all of the things you just talked about that he does.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of players. Well, no, let me back up. There's not a lot of players in the time I've been around the Big Ten since 1982 that have affected the game and winning and been a better guy than David Leidy.
From Cleveland, Villa Angela, St. Joseph's High School.
Home of the great Clark Kellogg.
Yes, it is. David Leidy was a pretty good football player up there.
Dave got 22.
Apparently Dave has 22.
All right.
Will got five.
Chris Copley and Justin Gray.
Well, that's bad business for Copley. Oh, boy.
Lighty, who's been playing professionally in France and Italy.
Screen.
It's helped the Scarlet and Gray grab a 52-46 lead. And there's 22, Coakley throwing it down.
Yeah, you don't see very often David Lighty make a defensive mistake, but there he went for a steal he had no chance to get.
Diebler on the wing.
Can't find it.
Gray the rebound. 3:44 to play here in the third period. 52-48 Scarlet and Gray. From the foul line, Justin Gray. Can't find it. Leon Rogers finds the rebound.
Haven't seen much of a via, have we?
No,
Came
not
out
since
with
the first
11
few minutes.
Yeah, just actually running after it there was the first time I realized he was on the court.
Kraft gets shoved. Well, here's Chris Coakley trying to keep his team in it. 10 points yesterday. Coakley today going right to the rack with authority. But the Matadors on the short side of the scoreboard, 52-48.
In my Johnsonville commercial, it starts out in a park, and a family is grilling Johnsonville brats. One of the kids asks, "Where are Johnsonville brats made?" And the mom says, "Johnsonville brats are made in the USA." Then all of a sudden, the fire department storms in yelling, "Johnsonville brats are made in the USA." The teachers come, the mayor comes. You won't believe it. Lady Liberty shows up. She's going, "Johnsonville brats are made in the USA."
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help you rehydrate so you can keep sweating. Studied, tested, proven. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Sunday on ESPN and ESPN Deportes at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. We'll have another International Champions Cup match between Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund, led by U.S. soccer star Christian Pulisic. The 6th annual International Champions Cup presented by Heineken and is available streaming live on the ESPN app. And here at the basketball tournament, a big thanks to Puma for their sponsorship of the uniforms being worn by the teams in this competition. Good look at what the Matadors are wearing in Scarlet and Gray as well. Puma and Pretty Ricky Fowler. He's probably one of their biggest campaigners.
Yeah, we got nice shirts. Puma,
yeah.
I call myself Danny Free Stuff Dockage.
If it's free, it's for me. Take 3. 52-48, Scarlet and Gray, the lead of the ball as they've come from behind to try and advance to Atlanta next weekend. David Lighty to Diebler on the wing, throws it, scores.
I don't know why you never help off him. Lighty double dribble. He dribbled, got it pinned on his back, and the help for some reason came. You do not leave the Kyle Korver of the TBT.
First 3-point bucket of the game for John Diebler. Aaron Kraft with a foul on John Roberson.
You know how miserable it would be to play against it. Look at it. Why are we leaving? Why are we running Cochran at the ball, leaving Diebler? Diebler has missed. That means he's missed like 5. That means he's got 6 makes coming.
Is that where the loose ball kind of sucks a guy in a little bit?
Yeah, but you got to be disciplined enough not to have it happen.
John Roberson answers with a 3.
He's good. And Scooney Penn is right. Just switch it. Just switch it. Make somebody else shoot the ball.
55-51, Scarlet and Gray. 2:40 to play, third quarter. Diebler turns, but gets it to a teammate. Ball deflected and out of bounds.
You just give me the second one. Jump out and just switch it. They both shoot. Yeah, let's go. We're going to switch it.
You can hear Scooney Penn and Evan Turner. 16 on the shot clock for Scarlet and Gray.
Clear.
In traffic, David Lighty scores.
Yeah, and they saw it. You heard Scooney Penn got a mismatch against Avila. Lighty, middle of the floor.
Quickly in the air, Cochran gets the roll in the bounce.
Man, nobody got back. Scooney Penn, he has every right. You know what's happening with Ohio State? Too many guys are saying stuff back. Scooney Penn is telling them exactly what needs to be told. Guys just need to sprint back. There you go.
Buford alone. Kraft keeps it alive. Diebler. Another one.
How about that play from Kraft? Jumped up, knew where Diebler was, tapped it to him. Ball never hit the floor.
Without committing a foul.
Yeah.
6 points, Scarlet and Gray lead. There's Avila. can't recapture the form he had in the first few moments.
Look at Diebler here.
And Avila with a theft. And he gets fouled by Lighty.
Yeah, how about this tap out? Get your feet. He doesn't need his feet set. He just needs an elbow underneath the ball. Scoonie Penn but Scoonie Penn's telling him all the right things defensively. Switch this ball screen. Both guys can shoot, so they're going to stay outside. Just switching. Don't let Roberson get to his spot. Good, they switched.
And he stopped.
Yeah.
Avila down the lane.
Great hustle by Kraft right there.
But Diebler couldn't quite control it.
You know, it's one thing to hustle. A lot of guys hustle. But Kraft hustles back to the right spot with anticipation. That's a big deal.
And the crowd appreciates it.
Everybody should have. I really believe the other team appreciates it in a weird way.
60-54. Scarlet and Gray. A little more than a minute to play, third quarter. Now the officials want to make sure that Chris Coakley and Leon Rogers aren't getting a little heated. Well, the shot clock got reset.
Closing out quarters. You hear it in the NBA all the time. This is a big minute and a half for the team in red, Texas Tech Matadors.
And Carl Corcoran driving, floating. Misses, but there is Coakley with a putback.
Coakley is basically the Lighty of the Matadors. He's just a good player that does everything really well.
Scarlet and Gray the ball in a 4-point lead. Leon Rogers going to work on J.J. Avila.
They have
Diebler in the corner.
A little too off balance there.
Half minute to go. Coakley in a hurry, bumped and fouled by Rogers.
No, I'm telling you, Coakley did the same. We've seen Lighty do that. And Coakley's the same guy. 6th man of the year in Conference USA. Kind of quiet. I tell you. Right? Guys respect when guys go that hard. Like they say in our industry, real recognize real, yo.
Joe. Well, Jared Sullinger with 3 fouls returned. Coakley second all-time in UAB and rebounds and 3rd in points.
What's the mean in the middle of transition? It was on a high pick and roll.
Program started a long time ago by the legendary Gene Bartow.
What are you talking about then?
Alabama, Birmingham.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, about their 3rd year, they beat us at Indiana in 1982 in the NCAA tournament. Had a kid named Oliver Miller.
Yes, remember him.
There was no one to switch on.
Love the argument.
That's what I'm talking about.
2-point game as the third quarter winds down.
I like the fact that Scoonie Penn does not back down. Scoonie Penn's going to be a good head coach. He does not back down.
No, he doesn't.
No, he's coaching pros. He's coaching guys that are veterans. Good sub right here. Gets Sullinger out.
And that was Leon Rogers coming in, whom Scoonie Penn was discussing matters with.
Good for Scoonie Penn. I mean, Scoonie Penn's telling me, lets guys say their piece, and then
Cochran from long range.
Whoa!
Whoa! Carl Cochran, a cold-blooded 3 to give the Matadors the lead at the end of 3, 61-60.
Whoa! What a shot! This game felt 5 minutes ago like it was getting away. Didn't you think?
Agreed.
It was going to get away because of these guys making threes, hustling. But man, 1-point lead. This is some fun stuff right here. And it's Paul Keels, ladies and gentlemen. Kidding me?
Whoa, Red Robin. The Cowboy Ranch Tavern Double has barbecue sauce, ranch, and free bottomless steak fries? Giddy up.
Now get 5 burgers, just $6.99 each, anytime.
Red Robin. Yum.
All right, guys, let's go.
Let's do this.
Directions to the Greek Theater.
Next WNBA game of the week is Tuesday, and it's a matchup between teams that begin with L but are looking for a W. It's the Liberty and the Lynx at Target Center in Minneapolis, 8 Eastern, 7 Central on ESPN2 and streaming live on the ESPN app. And once this game wraps up, and it's a pretty good one right now, with the Matadors leading Scarlet and Gray 61-60, you'll see the rest of the bracket. Big X primetime players, Fort Wayne champs in Illinois, BC. You can catch those games on ESPN2. I believe that'll be Chris Vosters and Robbie Hummel.
I'm looking forward to Big X, mostly because my son's on the team.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, they would have had a nice team. Jay Sean Tate broke his finger. Cam Williams, APB out on him, or whatever you call it. I haven't seen him. He was supposed to play, didn't show. And then Duncan Robinson played too well in the summer league, so he signed a two-way deal with the NBA. So, but Big X survived in one of those Elam endings, and it should be a good game. Stay with us. ESPN2.
Carl Cochran with a big three to give the Matadors the lead. We start the fourth quarter with Cochran possessing the basketball.
All right, Scoonie Penn told me he was going to do this. The kid on the ball right there, Pegram. He is a defensive guy. Courtney Pegram from East Tennessee State, defensive guy, and he was going to play crafting them together.
No good, Pegram, but offensive rebound. Sullinger in traffic, barges to the hole and scores it.
Well, the ball gets on the floor, you better get it, because if Sullinger picks it up, you got a real problem.
1 point lead for Scarlet and Gray.
We'll see how this defensive backfield is what it is between Kraft and Pegram. Scooney wants Pegram because he just feels like he can go get it done defensively.
Stevenson driving on Diebler and misses, but draws the foul.
I'll tell you what, Coach Young was born that night, but it wasn't last night, so he got Pegram and he got Kraft out of the way and went against Diebler, which is a better matchup for Stevenson.
We go fucking flat. We got to drive to the hole.
Ball's on the floor, you got to get it. You can't let Sullinger regroup because it is automatic.
We've got to score tonight.
I just didn't want to fucking turn it all over.
Certainly a lot of verbiage between this Scarlet and Gray team. Jen Hale, you probably can pick up a lot of it from there on the floor.
Oh, you can't miss it. That's for sure, Paul. And, you know, these guys, this is probably a little bit like bad deja vu for them. Don't forget, they were eliminated last year in a double overtime loss in the semifinal matchup. So they have been stinging from that all year long. So much, in fact, this core this year is the same as it was last year. They've had a group chat going since that loss, steaming over it, analyzing it, thinking about how it could have been different. So right there, you know, Jared Sullinger and his crew, they have been dreaming about redemption, which they hope is coming today for a long time.
Sullinger's bucket breaks the tie, and he'll try for one more.
Yeah, that time he didn't fade away. He spun to his right shoulder and went and got himself a three-point play. Davis is, look, Parks is willing, but Sullinger just too skilled. I like the defense, and I really like the fact that Sullinger did not shoot that little step back. He doesn't need to do that. He can get Parks out of this game with a couple more possessions. In fact, he just got him out.
He don't want to handle it.
Jared Sullinger, 22 points. 65-62 Scarlet and Gray. Less than 8 to play. The Elam ending will kick in at the first dead ball at the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. J.J. Avila, hounded by Pegram.
Boys, this is a good defensive lineup.
Roberson misses on the scoop.
Great move, Scoonie Penn. You've got Leidy, you've got Pegram, you've got Kraft, you got Shooter in the right-hand corner if you want to find him.
And you got Sullinger right at the rim.
Look at this.
67-62 Scarlet and Gray. Ian Stevenson feeling the defensive heat. And they eventually drew a call with the aggressive defense collapsing on Stevenson.
Well, you know, it would behoove Diebler getting up into him, then backing off. This is a pretty good pass. Nobody finds Sullinger. We talked about it yesterday. Big guys just running down the middle of the floor. Some reason they're hard to find, but Kraft's been finding Sullinger a long time.
AAU ball. Ohio State in here with the Scarlet and Gray. From the foul line, jumper is missed by Coakley. Another rebound for Jared Sullinger. Another score for Aaron Kraft right down the pipe.
Boys, this lineup cranked it up. There's going to be a steal right here.
And it's John Diebler who almost had it. As John Diebler's gotten older, his defense has gotten more prominent. A 9-1 run for the Scarlet and Gray. As they have this lead of 69-62, and this home crowd's been rewarded. And this team's been rewarded by the home crowd.
Well, it started because Scooney Penn decided Pegram, who really hadn't played a whole lot, put him in just to heat things up, and it really has. It has sped up Texas Tech, the Matadors. And it's amazing what happens when guys get after it defensively. All of a sudden, you get layups on the other end. And you just saw Kraft. You've seen Sullinger. You've seen Ohio State pick everything up both ends.
In mop-up time, 11 minutes, 7 points for Courtney Pigram yesterday. Little reward for that?
Yeah, well, I think not only that, but the game situation. Courtney Pigram is in there specifically, as Scooney Penn told me before yesterday's game, to do what he's doing right here. Game's a little stale. Other team's confident offensively. Let's change the game, and he has. He and Kraft and Light. It's an unbelievable defensive front.
Matadors with a basketball. Scarlet and Gray the lead, 69-62. Jumper falls from the right corner for Chris Copeland.
Well, with all due respect to Sullinger in the game that he's having, you got to go at him for the rest of this game because you're not going at Kraft, you're not going at Lighty, you're not going at Pigram.
Here's Pigram on the wing. Sullinger backing in. Jump hook off the window.
Yeah, well played by Avila, but he took away his left shoulder, but Sullinger just feeling it went over.
27 for the double-double machine, Jared Sullinger. 71-64 Scarlet and Gray. We're 2 minutes away from the Elam ending coming into effect. Liam Stevenson off the dribble. No shot, Kraft on the floor, but it's taken away Stevenson. And a foul as Coakley went to the rack.
That's funny. You heard him call for a timeout as soon as Kraft was on the floor. If Kraft would have held it for just a split second, maybe they would have gotten it. But great hustle. Watch Avila. Plays the left shoulder. Right there. He jumps to the left shoulder, but Sullinger just too much.
Chris Coakley, who has scored 14 at the line for the Matadors. Both these teams hoping to get to Atlanta next week. Scooney Penn hoping to take this team there. If he does, it would be without Jared Sullinger, as Courtney Pigram gets a big hand. Greg Oden, as we are told, would be playing for the Scarlet and Gray.
Sullinger getting married.
Getting married. Going down to Florida and going down the aisle. 71-65 Scarlet and Gray.
In the scoring zone, Dave. Flash, somebody flash. Dave, you got a flash. Not there.
Dump in Sullinger in a double team.
All day, and you put Diebler on the same side, so you cannot help.
29 for Jared Sullinger from Northland High School here in Columbus. 73-65 Scarlet and Gray. As we near the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Matadors have Cochran feeding in the lane. Coakley. Tip is up and good.
He's really good. Coakley is really, really good. Not from Texas Tech. He's from UAB, but he is to the Texas Tech Matadors what Lighty is to Ohio State. He just does everything. It's Coakley and it's Sullinger back and forth.
17 for Coakley. Scooney Penn wants the timeout for Scarlet and Gray, who leads 73-67. Not quite enough time off the clock for the Elam ending to kick in. And we remind you to join Linda Cohn and Keith Olbermann for SportsCenter tonight on ESPN after Sunday Night Baseball. They'll have MLB highlights with plenty of aces on the mound and a conversation with Tim Tebow, plus a full recap from the Open at Carnoustie. SportsCenter after Mets Yankees on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Francesco Molinari, the championship golfer of the year. I had a guy, Kevin Long. He was the hitting coach of the New York Mets on my radio show last year, and he told me that Tim Tebow would play in the big leagues.
Okay.
If he didn't get hurt, because of how hard he worked and his skill.
But right now,
doing pretty good.
You're going to guard Kraft.
Well, we're about a minute away from the Elam ending coming into play, and we'll reset the parameters for that at the first stoppage of the 4-minute mark, the fourth quarter. The game clock shut off. The target score is set, which would be 7 plus whatever the leading team's score is. And the first team to reach that target score wins the game. The shot clock's still in play, but as we've talked about all weekend, Dan, what it does is it eliminates the intentional fouling that we see from the trailing team.
It does, and it's the best invention in basketball. I've said it since the three-point shot. I mean, look, it makes you play both ends. You play till the end. There isn't the incessant, we're going to foul, walk down this end, we're going to let a layup go on the other end. You've got to play. And we've seen teams come back from 9 down and win a game.
Prime time players,
yeah, team we're going to see right after this on ESPN2. So, you know what? Fantastic way to end basketball. I hope that organizations, whether they're high school, semi-pro, professional, take a look at it because it's awesome.
And you'll be stumping it on your radio show in Indianapolis, correct?
I will be yeah, I will be because I think it's great.
Aaron Kraft for Scarlet and Gray on Stevenson. Nice to the lane. Throws it up and gets a foul call.
Hey, for you kids out there, you said knives to the lane, and you're exactly right. But he gets low. Aaron Kraft gets low. Why get low? Because it makes you quicker and it makes you stronger. You can handle contact. You don't get bumped off of things when you're low.
You could not believe the cult following for Aaron Kraft when he played at Ohio State. Men, women, and children all adored what he did.
And deservedly so. I mean, you know, remember his last game in the Big Ten? I think Izzo and other coaches, how they spoke about Aaron Kraft. You don't see that a whole lot. You don't see other coaches speak to the level of respect that that kid had and still has playing in the Big Ten.
Couple of free throws. 12 points, Aaron Kraft. 75-67. Scarlet and Gray. 4:40 and pending, fourth quarter. Ian Stevenson with a screen.
No three! No three!
Now Coakley, Roberson. Coakley in the short corner. 10 on the shot clock.
No threes, come on.
Deep in the corner, and it goes down for Cochran.
David Lighty just turned his head a little bit. Just turned his head. And Cochran just sprinted to the corner. You heard Scooby Penn saying, what are you doing? It's pretty smart. I would go under 4 minutes and play it and go try to get more points. No reason to call timeout.
So we're now below 4 minutes, and Scooney will take the timeout. Scooney Penn. So the Elam ending will be set up.
Come on, Jay, don't get
Scarlet and Gray, 75-70 lead over the Matadors.
You're going to like this Elam ending.
Yes.
This is going to be good. Really good. I don't know if I don't.
It's here, our biggest sale of the year, the July 4th sales event at Ted Britt Ford. 0 down payment, no payments for 90 days, 0% APR for up to 60 months, or get up to $13,000 off new 2018 F-150 and Ted Britt for Life lifetime vehicle coverage.
TedBritt.com.
Human horsepower, NOS energy drink, high performance energy.
$75-70, Scarlet and Gray over the Matadors. Here's a look at the Super 16 bracket as everybody tries to make their way to Atlanta. The Talladega Knights, a couple of upsets out of the Northeast in Brooklyn as they knocked off Team Arkansas today. Here's what happened here earlier today. Team Fredette with a victory as they've moved to the Super 16 in Atlanta. But Scarlet and Gray and the Matadors now dealing with the target score of 82 points. The Elam ending. First team to 82 wins the game.
This is great. This is absolutely great. Now, you don't want to foul. You don't want to give up threes. And on offense, you just run your stuff. And do what you do. Throw the ball into Sullinger.
4 on the shot clock. Sullinger deep in the corner. Got to force it. Off the flange, no good, but there's the loose ball saved by John Diebler. Snaps the 3. Knocks it in.
How big is that? 2 guys after the ball, Kraft and Diebler. Kraft got it to Diebler.
13 for Diebler. 78-70, Scarlet and Gray. Matadors, who led for most of the first half. John Roberson getting them into their offense. Stops. Throws where Parks. Back passes on the running shot. Good for Coakley, who draws the foul.
I mean, I thought Parks was going to lay that in, but he gave it up to Coakley, and Coakley continues to impress. Isn't this much more fun than fouling?
Agreed.
I thought Parks was going to lay it in. A little flip pass. Coakley did it for him and got whacked on the head.
Chris Coakley, 19 points. Going to the foul line where today he's 5 for 6. And gets the old-fashioned 3-point play.
No, you need to stop. You've got to have a stop.
Back up.
The thing I've learned in this is you don't want it to get to be a one-possession game. And when the team came back from down 9, they did not let it get to a one-possession game. One-possession game.
Left of the line, William Buford. And it is Scarlet and Gray 1 bucket away from the win. Deep 3 in the corner, no good. Sullinger, another rebound. Outlets Buford. Lobs for Lady, who wins it on the alley-oop. David Lady. 82-73. Scarlet and Gray going to Atlanta as they come from behind to defeat the Matadors. What were you saying all weekend about running the floor?
Just run the floor, man. Nobody finds you. But what a great ending. The Elam ending is absolutely fantastic. Faster, exciting, and here's your ending. A little lob to the guy that deserved it, David Lighty, who has played absolutely lights out in the 2 games here so far.
And this big crowd got a big show from the home team, Scarlet and Gray. Danny Young and his Matadors, based out of Texas Tech, they came and had 2 solid showings here in Columbus this weekend. Grabbed the lead early, and they pushed the winning Scarlet and Gray team to the edge here.
Tell you what, great move. A lot of great moves, one of which was throwing the ball to Sullinger on the block. That was number 1. But putting Pigram, Lighty, and Kraft on the court together to start the 4th quarter when they were down 1 was really a nice move. Energized not only the team, the crowd, got the defense going. Good move, Scooney Penn.
And his team will move to Atlanta for the Super 16, and there's the double-double man, Jared Sullinger, displaying the Scarlet and Gray marker on the board.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about this, Paul. But if I'm Sullinger, I might have to let the wedding go for another week.
That discussion might have to be with the future Mrs. Sullinger.
Yes. What a great crowd. And the Nut House came out, students came out, alumni came out. Absolutely fantastic. The TBT record crowds this year, and this has been the place to be.
Maybe a campaign to get it back here again.
Should. No reason not to have it here.
Let's go out on the floor. Jen's got David Lighty.
Indeed, Paul. Congratulations. What a fantastic ending. Walk me through that game-winning dunk.
I mean, I guess this is really what the rule was set up for. You know, every game is going to end on a game winner, and we did it with a little special ending. So it was pretty cool. Will had a tough game, but he came through in the clutch at the end when we needed.
So I take it you like this Elam ending.
Long as we're on the winning end, for sure.
How did you seize control of this game back? Because for a while, the Matadors had control of this one.
Oh, I mean, you got to commend them. They shot like 52% or something like that for the game. So, I mean, with a team like shooting like that, you got to try your best to fight and pressure them. And you got to give all our guys, you know, a round of applause for what they did and everything they brought to the game.
Is this a little bit of the beginning of the taste of revenge you wanted after last year's loss?
I mean, we still got a long way to go, but just to do this here in front of these fans is something special.
Indeed. Well, we look forward to seeing you in Atlanta. Enjoy this one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Part two.
Guys.
David Lighty, 15 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, and the game-sealing dunk for Scarlet and Gray. They'll advance to Atlanta as they dispose of the Matadors today, 82-73 here in Columbus.
Welcome.
Hi there.
So what do you look for in a vehicle?
Sleek designs. Performance.
Dependability is top on my list.
Well, then here's some vehicles that deliver on that.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh, geez.
That's our truck.
It's our truck.
And they're our cars.
That's my Chevy.
Chevy's the only brand to have earned J.D. Power Dependability Awards across cars, trucks, and SUVs 3 years in a row.
Awesome. I'm proud.
Oh, it's like a dynasty. It's impressive.
Back here at Capital University in Columbus, Scarlet and Gray comes from behind to defeat the Matadors 82-73 to make it to the Super 16 in Atlanta of the basketball tournament. And there's a look at how it'll all shake out. Team Fredette with a win earlier. There's the Midwest region here in Columbus. And also the others from the West. You see the Sons of Westwood challenge ALS, Gale Force and Eberlin Drive. So that's how it'll shake out. Moving to Atlanta next week. And here in Columbus, Paul Keels, Dan Dockage. We've had Jen Hale with us. And certainly with great crowd supporting this Ohio State-based team, Dan, it has been everything you would expect and a great display of the Elam ending.
Oh, it was absolutely unbelievable. You know, like David Lighty said after he dunked for the winner, there's going to be a game winner every time, but what an exciting, it goes up and down. The Elam ending is a great thing, and I think the guys playing like it a lot better than marching up and down watching guys shoot free throws, or at least I assume they would.
And certainly what we've seen in some of these games is the benefit of teams that have played together year after year and collegians who've played together.
Well, you look at that Ohio State team. I mean, you're talking about guys that went into the NCAA tournament when they were in college as a #1 seed. They're all playing, they're all in shape. And when it came down to it, there was no nervousness. You know, I watched yesterday, first time I've seen the Elam ending in person, and there was some nervousness on teams even when they were ahead. Well, teams that have played together, they move the basketball, they just run their stuff, they don't worry about it, and they go make shots.
Well, certainly Jared Sullinger, who finished with a double-double, the way he played in the second half, playing the entire half with 3 fouls was a big part of this story.
Yeah, they went to him, too. Scooney Penn did a good job. Jared Sullinger delivered it a lot of different ways. He went to the fadeaway early. But later on, when it was a tie game, he went right down on the block and went at the rim, and there was really nothing that anybody could do. This is a big play right here. This got him a 3-point play, got him up, again, going to the rim. He's going to be alone, but you know what? He's not going to be in Atlanta. He's going to go get married, so guess what Ohio State does? They just replace him with the #1 pick in the draft in 2007, Grego.
28 points, 20 rebounds, Jared Sullinger, who's standing by with Jen Hale.
You guys ask, we deliver. Indeed, the one and only Sully. Congratulations, double-double and a hard-fought win. What was the difference maker tonight?
Honestly, I think the difference maker, we just made shots in the second half. I think, you know, John Deeper's not going to miss that many shots. William Buford's not going to miss that many shots. So, I mean, we got the shots we want. And you got to give Texas Tech all the credit, man. They came out, they played hard, and they had a system, and they ran it well. And, you know, that was a great game to be a part of.
I was wondering what was going on with Diebler in that first half. He didn't seem to be able to hit anything from the perimeter, which is so unusual for him.
Hey, every dog has a day. The clock is right twice every day, so it happens. It happens.
Indeed. All right, looking forward, you guys have an eye on the prize, the $2 million jackpot. Do you think you can go all the way? Do you have what it takes?
I think we have a shot. We definitely have a shot, but we have to play. We have to play the right way and continue to play on the defense end. I think the biggest thing is defense wins championships, and with the Elam rule, you know, you have to play defense, you know. So it was a great competition. I'm glad we got that one out the way, leading forward, going into the next round. So every game's going to get tougher. So shout out to Texas Tech for playing so hard.
We'll miss you in the next round, by the way. Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, and it was that little scrap right before halftime that Jared Sullinger was involved in. Quincy Diggs got tossed with a flagrant 2, and that got things going for the Scarlet and Gray to pull off this victory. Thanks to all of the people back in the truck and everybody that helped put this together. Great showing by Capital University, and a thrill to work with you.
Oh my gosh, this is such a thrill. They finally put ropes around here because so many people were coming up with.
Give it up. Give it up.
It's true. Winner of this next game, ESPN2 takes on the Scarlet and Gray. You got Team X, some Michigan, Ohio State kids against a team in primetime that's played against each other for a long time. Get to the deuce. We got more hoops.
Yes. Thank you all for being with us today.